working.
We have to share it to him. Hey, so good morning, Michiana, and get inspired. We are so excited to have another Friday morning Life Inspired story, and our guest today is Jon Backstrom from Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance.
Thank you, Diane.
Thanks for being our guest. So we have 3 questions for those of you watching for the first time. We ask our guests on Life Inspired 3 questions each week, and it's all about life was going along, and then there's a ... turning point in your life, and now you're following God. You're inspired to follow God. And so, Jon, what was your life before the dots? How was just kind of simple life going along?
Growing up before, faith was always there. We grew up Catholic. My mom, and I leave a lot to her because Mom was always trying to get closer to God, closer to Jesus. In fact, she was in the convent at one point before she got married. And then, she was always growing. She left the Catholic Church and felt a need to be closer. And through that, her and Dad didn't have the same walk for a while, but some of it was we were teenagers, didn't enjoy going. Felt like we were forced before we were united. But the one thing is, it was always there. Faith was always there. She wore it on her sleeve and that type of thing. And it's always been a part of life.
Right.
So growing up before the dots was, okay, we have this. We know, we're walking in faith. But was it truly us, or was it forced?
Mom and Dad's faith. Oh, that's great. That's such a true thing for a lot of people. A lot of people grow up and it's not my faith, it's my parents' faith. Right. So that's interesting. So that's your story. Okay, so then what was the turning point for you?
Well, and just a story, that kind of came out of that. So faith, because of that, we prayed a lot, and things wouldn't go wrong. So we grew up in northern Minnesota. It would always be cold.
Okay.
And you go to start the car, it wouldn't start. Lord, please start this car. And it would start.
Wow.
It was incredible.
So you always learned to pray because of that?
Yes. But the one thing that happened, when my daughter was born, with my first wife, we were in the delivery room. She was born. She wasn't breathing.
Oh, wow.
Wasn't breathing. And the doctor was panicking. And it's not going well. What do? Lord Jesus, please breathe life into this little girl.
Wow.
And it was instant.
Wow.
It was instant. She started breathing, crying. She came to life. And that was an incredible moment.
Wow.
That my little, and everybody loves their
Sure.
daughters, and she's my only one. She's 6 or 7. When she was 6 or 7, we were divorced from her mom. But we got the call that she was taken by a helicopter. She had meningitis.
Oh, wow.
And I had a staff member that worked for me at the time whose wife was a doctor. I called her, and she gave me the news and said, well, there's 2 types, viral, bacterial. If it's bacterial, it's almost always death. Viral, it's a good chance that possibility of death. So they lived in Florida, 15 hours away. My wife now, we jumped in the car, we prayed. We didn't know what was going to be there when we got there. It was before cell phones and that type of thing. She was okay, thankfully, but in talking to the nurse that was there, she said this little girl shouldn't be alive.
Wow.
So, that's so believing in prayer, healing, whatever. That's been important part of that. And she's kind of my inspiration.
Your daughter is?
Yeah, and this week she got her wings. She's now going to be a flight attendant for Frontier Airlines, so we're very exciting for Kaylee.
Yay.
So.
Awesome. So because of these things in your life, now you do feel like you want to follow God. What does following God look like for you?
Following God, it's just faith. It's there. It's trying to help people when I can.
You're always so good at that.
It's praying for people. It's praying for clients, and praying for family, and safe travels for my son who's coming back from Denmark tomorrow.
Oh.
So, but anyway, so those are the things that where faith is and leads us. It's prayer. It's knowing that He's provided and blessed and gave us favor.
Yeah.
And for that, I'm thankful.
Thank you so much. I just really appreciate you sharing your story. I know it's not easy sometimes. People are like, oh, I don't want to be on camera or whatever.
Right.
And sometimes you don't want to be vocal about the fact that you are a person of prayer. You know, it is a very private thing between a person and their God, you know, and our God. And I just appreciate you doing it. I just really do. I thank you for coming, and I thank you for sharing. And you guys, Jon is so easy to talk to. If you ever want to talk to him about the story of the way God saved his daughter twice, and boy, she's got some kind of special thing.
She is. She's here for a reason.
Yeah,
So.
look forward to seeing how God uses her on flights,
Right.
as she's ministering to the people. That she's just, you know, getting their seats and putting their luggage away and getting them coffee and all the stuff that flight attendants have to do. And He uses us in our jobs. So that's exciting.
Absolutely.
Very cool. God bless your son and his travels. And thank you guys for watching. If you know other people that want to share stories, we want to share about how people are following God. So thanks, and message us here if you want to have coffee with Jon. I know he would do that with you.
Absolutely.
So you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching Facebook.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.